Jingle Mail, Alberta, Canada. Jingle Mail, Alberta, Canada, is a phenomenon where homeowners are moving away from their mortgages by putting their keys in the mailbox and sending it back to the bank or the lender in Alberta, Canada. This is due to a combination of both high debt and lost jobs. Professional Real Estate Investors Group Canada's members know how to help fellow Alberta homeowners who are going through very difficult times. The Alberta properties that are either underwater or where the homeowners are unable to make mortgage payments, they have several options. Jingle Mail, Alberta, Canada, shall be only considered after exhausting all other options and choices. Canadian real estate investors are able to offer them multiple solutions where the families can downsize without going through Jingle Mail, Alberta, Canada strategy. Jingle Mail, Alberta, Canada, weaken the housing market and increased loan losses among Canada's banks, say Canadian real estate experts. This was a major problem in Alberta in the 1980s. As a result, the federal government is watching the Alberta market closely. During the 1980s, about 500,000 residents left their Albertan properties for greener pastures without having any impact on their credit ratings. During early 80s, the oil price dropped from $40 per barrel to $10 per barrel, which was the main reason. The job loss was humongous due to oil patch workers were given pink slip. Canadian real estate experts state that this phenomenon is unique to the province of Alberta. Mortgage acts are governed by provincial governments. This is because it is the only province in Canada that offers non-recourse residential mortgages on a wide scale. Those are loans with at least a 20% down payment and as such are not insured by the Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation. It made a rough housing market even worse when banks were forced to sell off abandoned homes at a discount. This type of mortgage allows the defaulter to lose their home but without having any personal liability to them. The personal liability would otherwise result them in a court seizure of assets elsewhere. Evidently, in 2016, Alberta is the heart of Canada's dying oil patch and ground zero for the pain inflicted by 14 months of crude carnage. Violent crimes are rising in Alberta, suicide rates are increasing, and food bank usage are on rise, and as per Employment Alberta lost 19,600 jobs in 2015, which is the highest in 34 years. And the situation deteriorates with sinking oil prices. That is a recipe for disaster, and as such we are starting to see the first signs that the market is beginning to crack as Albertans begin mailing the keys to their underwater homes back to the bank. This was evident, as there was a high rate of job losses with collapsing oil markets led homeowners in a difficult situation. One of the main differences between now and the 1980s is that now the credit bureaus have access to mortgage information. Therefore, if you make a strategic default, it will have an impact on your credit rating. Flippingforprofit.com has multiple strategies for Canadian real estate investors as well as homeowners. There are several options available for those who are going through the hardship. Remember, for each problem there could be multiple solutions available, says Navtide Chandhok, founder of Canada's largest real estate investors group precanada.com. Homeowners are encouraged to contact professional real estate investors before handing out their keys to the lenders or the bank.